This may be a blessed banjo. What I mean by that is everything is coming together so well. It might be that the good Lord is helping me with this one. I do have a little blood of my own to add to the project, and you know what? I have no idea how that happened. I just came in the house and I was bleeding there somewhere, and I didn't feel any pain. I'm not aware that anything happened, but I got a little blood going on, so I guess Mr. Contos gets a little bit of my blood to go along with this. Anyway, I was talking about it being a blessed banjo. I'm making this for Todd and his son. They're going to need funding. They're planning to walk in the Appalachian Trail. They believe God's leading them to do this. I don't know why God would want them to. It may be that God wants to get him out in the woods so he can talk to him about his future plans, because I know Todd retired from the Army a while back. And he's kind of talked about this trip sometimes as a way to get in touch with God and figure out what God wants him to do next. So maybe God wants me to make this banjo so that he can encourage Mr. Comatose to donate some money so that he can use that money to help fund Todd's trip. And maybe God's making it easy for me to make this one because he wants me to hurry up and get it done so I can get this off to him. I don't know. For whatever reason, it's coming together really well. One thing I do want to do is take me a string and polish those holes, because I'm thinking those holes can cut a banjo string if they're sharp edged, and sometimes I get an old fat banjo string, one of them coil ones, and I pull it through there to kind of wear the edges on these holes, I guess. Not anything really fancy happening here, it's just me kind of using that string to taper the edges of those holes. I suppose I could do something similar with a chainsaw file if I had one that was small enough. Charlie keeps looking up at me. He's back in his spot here in front of the fire, but he keeps looking up at me like, do you have to make such a racket? Don't you know I'm trying to sleep? This is hard. He's a cute little rascal, you know that? So what was I saying? I was trying to preach a little bit. You know, Todd's a Christian. He's one of the kind of people that believes that if you get out in the world and you talk about loving Jesus, that other people will see that and it's a testimony to God, and sometimes people will rethink their lives and maybe rethink their relationship with the Lord. I suspect part of what he's doing with this trail walk is putting himself out there so that he'll have a chance to meet people, and him and his son can travel together and talk about the Lord and how much they love him and how good he's been to him. And so it is a kind of a missionary aspect to this trip that they're taking. And sometimes I believe God just wants things to happen, and I believe when he does, he sometimes influences things. Like today, I don't have to be doing this today, but I couldn't figure out what I was doing today. It's one of them days where I got up and I thought, there's a lot of things I'd like to be doing, but I don't know. One thing led to another, and I wound up doing this. I'm thinking, well, maybe this is what God wants for today. And maybe he wants it more than just for today. Maybe he wants it for a bigger purpose, which can be to help Todd and Brandon on their plan to hike the trail. So, okay, I'll go along with that. I'm good with it. I believe that's going to be just about right. Now I'm going to bend this tip over. I want to put a mark on it. Then I'm going to take a hammer and bend it a little, and then I'm going to put a nut on the bottom of that and attach that real good. And then I'm going to get some tuners on this baby. No reason not to string it.